What's going on, social media family? Coming back at you. This is the Keep in Mind show, and I'm Cool Mover, and I'm here with the beautiful Tori.
Hello.
And the topic we're gonna hit on briefly is when you don't get along with your significant others, family or friends. It ain't got to be all of them. Maybe just most of them or a high percentage of them. Sometimes you may be in love with somebody and things might be fine with them, but they friends and family, a whole nother story. So I'm gonna let Tori kick this off. In a situation like that where you in love with somebody and you kind of not getting along with maybe the sister, the first cousin, they close to the sister or whatever, brother or whatever, mother. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of mama's boys out there, they ain't gonna never admit that. How would you handle that?
I would just always be respectful, and if it got to the point that I was being, disrespected, then I gotta talk to you. But I have been in a relationship in my past where I dated. She only had 2 kids, and he was her only son, and she was really nice to me over the phone, but when he finally brought me home, she was being very sarcastic. And I remember wearing like a B-cut shirt, and it wasn't even like a deep cut, because I know not to go around nobody being disrespectful, exposed. And I never thought twice about the shirt, because you always want to leave like a good impression with the mom your first time meeting them. Yep. And I remember she said, okay, Kenya. She called me Kenya more often, and I'm like, back then, it's like, really? So I slid one back in, and I called her, what's the shrimpy mama name, Mama D?
Yep.
I was like, oh, okay, Mama D, because I was like, you always in your son's business. So she started kind of getting a hint, I guess, and she kind of left me alone that day. And I talked to him about it, and I told him the little stuff that she would do here and there. And I'm not sensitive, so it's like, I'll let you slide. But if it's getting to the point where you think you're gonna bully me or make it known that I'm in a sort of way, to me, I'm only dealing with you because you were with my son. I don't really care for you. And I just told him, and I said, I always respect your mom, but if you don't say something to her, I will. So I don't know what happened, but the next time I went to visit them, her attitude was a whole lot different. And her and I wound up becoming so close that she would call me before she called him. And then she would tell me, don't tell him that I called you. And I'm like, oh wow. So we would talk before I got home or before he would get off work. And we would just talk about everything that's going on. Because she wanted to talk about him too, but I never really told her a lot because I didn't want her to slip up and say something and then he didn't trust me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but she would talk to me. We wound up being really close.
That itself is unique, because to get a guy, especially a guy that's very close to his mom, to say something to her, even when she wrong, most men ain't gonna do that.
No, right. So, and I don't even know if it very well could have been my prayer, but I did notice.
Prayed on it.
Yeah, because I prayed on it too. But I did notice the next time I went to her house, her attitude was much different. Yep. And we would talk and plan stuff together, and we might have bumped heads on down the road here and there, but I would always go back and talk to her because I didn't want it to linger and for us to really not like each other. So I would just always respect them, but don't let them disrespect you. Little stuff I can let it slide, but when it becomes annoying, then I gotta say something to you, or I'm gonna start back with the sarcastic remarks, even if you are his mom or elderly figure in his life. You can't walk around treating people how you want to treat them because of how you feel about them personally, and you hadn't truly gotten to know them.
I think I ain't had a whole lot of instances of this nature, but I've had a handful. I've been in relationships where I wasn't too fond of the brother, the sister always trying to tell what you're doing, and I've even been in a relationship where the ex-in-laws were all in the business. They ain't even the woman ain't even with the dude no more, and
That's
in-laws, the ex-in-laws. And so, you know, I always try to be respectful, and especially when it's an older person, you know, you try not to disrespect nobody, mom, father. But if you around my age or younger and you on that nonsense, I'm gonna get on the nonsense too, because for one, I'm pretty mellow. I get along with a lot of people. So a lot of times when things like that of that nature, it'll always be that the family members are still fond of ex, somebody that you know, a former girlfriend or boyfriend. And just, even in some cases, the former girlfriend or boyfriend will still be coming around, which is awkward. You know what I'm saying? You coming over, especially if they ain't got no kids, and you coming over there and you like, well, your ex be hanging out over this. Well, you know, they growed up with it. Well, in a situation of that, you have to take the person that you're with in consideration and figure out how to, because that's going to cause problems, because the people are already your family members and some of your friends that are still fond of your ex are kind of hell-bent on not liking this person anyway, so it causes friction. And sometimes it don't even be that. Sometimes it just be the person you with, family member, friends, are complete clowns. You know, you always got that one clown cousin, because we got, you know, everybody got a couple of relatives that just act the damn fool no matter what. And you like, man, when you sit down, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm pretty mellow, get along with most people. So for me not to get along with somebody, they been acting a real clown. So, like I said, how I handle it, I try to stay out of the situation. And if the person I'm with just insists, you know, we need to go to this family function, this, that. Eventually, I'm just gonna have to tell, like, look, you know, you try to tell the person without, you know, stepping on their toes and making them feel like their relatives and friends or not acceptable by you, or making you'll feel like the outcast. Right. Like, there's something wrong with you, not them. Because a lot of times when you've been hanging with dysfunctional people for so long, it becomes normal, and you don't even see the issues. So everybody you bring into your life, it'll take about, you know, maybe 3 or 4 people for you realize, you know what, maybe my family and friends is on some BS, and I need to start concentrating on whenever I get with somebody to keep these lanes separate. And until they act like they got some sense, I'm just gonna keep these lanes separate. Some people ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, because I had told him that, I said, you know, I'm gonna give it another try, but if it's the same, I will not be going back there. And I was hoping that it didn't put a strain on our relationship too. And it changed, because I wasn't gonna go visit somebody to be disrespected.
Yeah, and then you got, like, a lot of times you don't get along with family members when they kind of involved in the relationship you in financially. Like, you got a dude and the family members are always taking money out of y'all household. Because I've been in a situation like that where the chick and the cousin or the brothers are always, you know, they always down on their luck. They can't get it together because they don't want to get together. Hey, cuz, can I stay at yours? Then I'm like, wait a minute now. Okay, me and you in this together, so this got to come through me. So it make you feel a certain type of way when they ask you, you know, my cousin ain't got nowhere to stay, brother. Oh boy, your brother need to get his life together. Right. So if y'all out there, you that friend or family member that's always intervening in one of your friends or family member relationship financially, man, so I get back, and you taking out that household, you need to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Because you're causing friction. You may not even know that person ain't too fond of you. And that is, to be honest, that's a perfectly normal human emotion, you know, to dislike. People be like, you don't supposed to dislike nothing. No, that's normal. You're not gonna go through your whole life just liking everything.
And don't dismiss it. Sorry.
Yeah.
When they come to you about it, don't just dismiss somebody's feelings because you feel like this person in your family is such a good person, or they wouldn't do that, or nah, she just playing. You gotta pay attention to your significant other feelings and acknowledge it.
Yeah.
So.
And on that note, you know, we just give y'all a little advice on how to handle it. Of course, there's more ways to handle it, but these are some of the ways we handle it. And we're going to get up out of here. This is the Keep in Mind show. I'm Cool Mover with the beautiful Tori. I'm wishing everybody peace and prosperity, good health and wellness. And we up out of here.
All right, till next time.